Hello folks, Preacher's Bees here. You can hear the vacuum and the truck running in the background because we got work to do. I got a friend here behind me. You see him up there. I'm going to try and zoom in on that. There where he's working is a cavity in the wall of this limestone barn. We pulled two swarms out of here. This is number 3. 3 years in a row. We get a swarm in here every year. So he's up there vacuuming the bees right now. And he's going to be taking these girls home. I got the call about these girls about 5 days ago. And so we're in here today. We're trying to get these girls into a new home. Hopefully we can catch the queen in there. And we'll see what we can do. So here behind me, I'm going to try and show you this. That's my bee vac. It's a box that sucks the bees in and holds them in there. It does not hurt them sucking them in. And then the vacuum is hooked to it to draw them down. And once they hit the box, it's like an open air container. They can crawl around and there's comb in there that they're able to be safe until we get them home and put them in another box. Hopefully we'll catch the queen. We're going to try and see what we can do here. I want to keep my eye on Brother David. I don't want him to get hurt. So as things go along, we'll bring you along. Okay, crawled up here to show you where the bees are. It's just a very narrow channel. There's a little hole here, but it's cemented off on the back side. So this is all the bees have. It's right here, just this little space. And you can see it's not much. There are 2 small pieces of comb. They just got here the day I was told about it. So it's just a matter of getting these girls out of here and hopefully finding mom. But you can see it's very small. It's not a big swarm at all. But the reality is, if we don't do something, they will perish. And I'm hoping we got mom in the vacuum, or we'll see her while we're up here, because we got to pull that comb out, and she may be behind it yet. But she could also be down there in that hole in the bottom, as you can see. So we're going to keep our eyes open and see what happens. Because once we're done, we'll smoke them. We'll smoke them. Yeah. Once we're done, we'll smoke them good. And hopefully if there's any bees left in there, they'll come out. But I'm going to get down, let David get back up here and finish his work. As you can see, it's really kind of neat. But if we don't do something for these girls, they will definitely die. They'll perish in here. All right. This is what it looks like looking down. Now, I know this is loud. But again, this is our unit. That's a bee vac that I built. Thank you, Mr. Ed, for putting those diagrams or putting your information on the web, because that's exactly where I got it from, is Mr. Ed. And then you just use the shop vac, and I've got that hooked up to a 2,000 watt converter because of the amount of amperage it draws. And you can see, I don't know if you can see those lights, but right now it's hovering right about in the middle as to how much power it's drawing out of 2,000 watts. And I have 1,000 watt, but it's just not enough power to run it. So I ended up picking this one up, and it works really well. You just hook it off of the leads of your battery, hook it in, turn it on, and vacuum up bees. And I don't know if you can see those bees, but there are a bunch of bees flying right now. It's not that many. There might be 50, 60 bees flying around, but we try to get as much as we can. We'll pull that comb out here next, and then we'll let them rest for a little while, and we'll try it again. All right, well, it's a little quieter now. And as you can see, they ain't there. Bees are all gone. And we're both down here on the ground. Now, I don't know if you can see in there. I'm going to back out on this. Yeah, you can see them in there moving. There's the bees that were in there. There's quite a few bees in there, to be honest with you. And, yeah. Try and hold it still so you can see them walking. But there's quite a few bees up there, more than I anticipated. And I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm going to put it down here. Anyhow, so David and I are done, and we are going to head out and clean everything up here, and we're done. There might be 2 or 3 bees flying around. I just saw 2 go up. There's 3. So there's going to be a few stragglers, but hey, I think we did a good job. Now we're going to have to see if we vacuumed up the queen, because we didn't see her, but it's not a big cavity. So if she's here, she's in the box, and we'll get them taken care of here in the next day or 2 when David goes through and sees what he can find. Okay, now I got the sun in a bad spot here, but you can see what's going on. On the bottom, we took the top off of the vacuum back where we were, and now we're setting the bees up. On the top here, we have combs. There's drawn combs and foundation in here for the bees to move up on. Now David just went to get a feeder to put on top of here because these bees have absolutely no food. They're going to need feed right away. And so he's going to put a feeder on there. So what we're going to do is release the bees out of this unit here. That's where they are right now, by pulling this sheet out that you saw, and that'll allow the bees to come up into the comb in this box, and they'll move in, they'll make that home, they'll have food that they can eat because David's getting them some sugar water, and in 2 days he'll open this box up, and we'll actually be able to check then and see how the queen is, see if the queen is in there and how things are going. And he'll move it forward from there. If we didn't get to queen, he'll be able to pull a frame of brood out of his other hive over here, which is doing very well, and put it in this hive, and they will draw a queen cell in here. And at that time, we'll remove these 2 bottom boxes because that's my vacuum. We'll remove that and set them down on a bottom board, and this will be their permanent home from now on. There he is. He's putting that feeder on. That way he can come back this evening and feed them after he gets back. And now David's going to pull the pan out on this side, and you'll be able to see that. And those bees on the inside will just start walking up into that comb. And that's all you have to pull it out, David. Just like that. And then they'll walk up, because they'll walk around and they'll go up. And then that way we don't, the pan doesn't get lost. It stays right here with it.
There's more than enough room for them to get up.
Oh yeah, because it's open over halfway. And that also, then they aren't trying to come out the slot here.
Yeah.
So that keeps them in there. So they are in there till Tuesday. And then on On Tuesday, David will check the box and see if we found a queen. And if not, we'll give them the resources to make one.
Yeah.
So, all is good. We got them all set up. Like I said, right now, they're moving up through here to get in this top where there's comb, because they'll smell that and they'll move up right away. And then tonight, David will put sugar water on. They'll have food, and they'll be good. They will become acclimated to the top box, and in 2 days we'll actually remove the vacuum portion, get that out of here, put them on a bottom board, and they'll be good to go.
Yep.
If they need a queen because we didn't get her, David will give them a frame from his other hive over here, and with eggs on it, and they'll be able to draw a queen. Anyhow, this is what we do together.
Yes. Along with ministry.
Oh my, along with ministry.
The ministry is the most important thing. So God blessed us today with a hive of bees.
Amen. And remember what I say, be blessed and
Be a blessing to someone else.
amen. Be blessed and be a blessing. Hey, this is the Preacher's Bees.
Yeah.
Saying
Both
bye
preachers.
now.
Have a nice one. God bless.
Thank you, David.